First question, Danielle.
Jeff, you and Kevin obviously go back a long ways. I believe you guys are the only two players who ever played for Seattle who are still in the league at this point. Just what are your memories of that rookie season, and what was it like kind of having that weight on your shoulders of a team in that position, and now getting to reunite here on a team that's really on an upward trajectory?
I mean, the only thing that sticks out is that we left. It was heartbreaking that we had to leave such a great city like Seattle. But business is business. But in the present, I'm glad that we can reunite for a third time. Here in Houston. He's like family to me. We came in this together from the same area. We're in the same area. So to be in the NBA with somebody who I can call family for as long as we have been doing this, and to be on the same team, and hopefully end our careers together. Oh, he's probably played longer than I will, but it's a blessing. So I'm happy that we're in this position, and truly thankful.
Jeff, you and Kevin have been in the league for almost 2 decades now. For the first, sorry.
All right, man.
But for the first 10 or 15 years, obviously there's a trend towards more, pace and space, shooting, smaller lineups.
Yeah.
Last year, you guys leaned into the double big. You added Clint Capella in the offseason. Do you think that's maybe a trend for the league moving forward? The league going a little bit bigger as sort of a counter to some of this small ball?
I'll be honest. I'm trying to figure out how I should answer you. With respect to the other teams, but
Sure.
I've always just been focused on what we have been trying to accomplish, and it's been working well for us. Whatever the other teams desire to do, that's their desire, and if they want to replicate some of the things that we have done because it's been successful, that's on them. But for us, it's been something that has worked well for us, and whether we'll go back to that, I'm not sure. I don't know what Ime has talked about or thought, but last year it did, suit us well. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think we'll go back to that, and I'm pretty sure we'll have some success because we have guys with high IQs who know how to play together.
Ryan.
Jeff, you've accomplished a lot in your career. At this point, what is your why? What is your why to continue to play this game and continue going?
Obviously, that changes throughout the journey, but I just love the game. At this point, I just love it. It's been something that's been my life for the last 18 years. So, you made me right there. For me, it's the love, the respect that I have for this game is unmatched. So, for me, that, like you said, that why has changed throughout the years. Getting here is about putting my family in a better position of life. Then having kids, they're my why. They're grown enough now to have seen me play numerous years. And, for me, my last couple of years, this year and maybe next year, we'll see. It's just the love of the game. I've been doing it for so long, it's hard to, just put it down and leave. So I want to give everything I have. But I did talk to my wife, and 20, which is next year, will be my last year. For me, it's just the love and admiration, the respect, that I've developed at this game for the last 18 years. And that's my why. Being able to enjoy it, being in the locker room, the brotherhood that you gain year after year with the guys that's in that locker room, something I still enjoy. So just loving basketball, working out, getting prepared. I still love to do it. So that's pushed me to, just get my body right to, whatever is asked of me, mentally, physically. So that's been my why.
Hey Jeff, kind of a two-part question, because you've been around the league for a while, you were a child prodigy, I know. Talk about the evolution, right? I'm not calling you old. The evolution of the game, how the game has changed over the years, and then when you get to this team, who've been here through this kind of a reformation of what they're doing, this evolution.
Your question is?
Tell me about how the game has evolved
Oh,
throughout your
okay.
career, and then how this team has evolved.
Well, the game has evolved a lot since I came into NBA, but also, you know, as a youngin' just playing. Obviously, skill sets get developed early nowadays based off just skill training. When I came in, skill training wasn't as big. We just played outdoors, indoors. You just found the court and you played. Now it's based off skill sets and how one-on-one I can get somebody better. So, you know, early on, kids are developing a lot sooner than they did when I was younger. So the game is definitely evolving and getting way better as all around. 1 through 5 can play every position now, you know, pretty much, you know, being able to do everything on the court. So that's a good thing for the league. It's becoming positionless basketball. And, you know, that's forcing everybody that comes into this life to, you know, develop sooner, and you gotta come in developed and ready to play. And that's being good at everything. And that shows, and I think that'll make guys stand out because it shows how hard you've been working on your game. But you gotta respect it. I mean, you know it's gonna get to a point where guys are gonna prepare themselves a lot sooner to try to get to the NBA. And that's through one-on-one skill development. So it's definitely hard. It's definitely a journey that kids have to go through, but you know, it shows the hard work early stages.
Jeff, this is a really diverse team athletically. There's a lot of variance in age, young guys, veteran guys. Can you talk a little bit about how that balance will impact you guys? Because you have a lot of different skill sets and a lot of guys who can do a lot of different things. How do you think that is going to benefit the team throughout the season?
Well, I can only speak for myself based on what I can give to a team. But the experience, all of our guys have been playoff tested now, being that, you know, like Reed, Alpy, guys who've never been to the playoffs, got that chance last year. For the older guys, myself, Kev, Steve, the experience of, you know, being battle tested year after year after year, knowing what to expect, we can still help in a lot of ways, on and off the court, preparation for the game, being ready for the game, how to prepare. I think that's still something that we can give value to the young guys, which is going to make them better. So I think collectively, when you put us all together, and with the coaches that we have, being prepared is not going to be an issue. I think it's about just going out and making sure we're doing everything for the Houston Rockets, for our team, to put ourselves in a good position to get ready for the playoffs and for each game. So I think we have a great locker room. We have a great coaches who are going to prepare us, and we just have to do our job on the floor to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready to play.
What's going on, Jeff? Being a part of last year's team, how much do you think having those young guys go through that first playoff experience kind of helped them? And then once you got add a guy like KD to the mix, how much do you think that'll help them reach the next level in their careers?
It'll definitely elevate the level of play just having KD out there. He's going to have a lot of eyes on him, which is going to allow a lot of guys to, you know, have a lot of open shots. We just got to knock them down. But to your first part of your question, that playoff experience, I think it helped. Knowing what, at the end of the season, what we're shooting for, knowing what we're going to be getting into, I think guys are going to be well prepared for that type of atmosphere, the physical nature of the playoffs, and, you know, not shy away from it. I don't think we shied away from it last year, but I think we were a little bit more reserved going into it because a lot of guys didn't know what to expect. But given that we've been through it now, I think we are more prepared to go into that situation, whether it be on the road first, at home, on what to expect. So I think we will go in with a little more sense of urgency to attack rather than wait till we get hit to attack.
Last one, Brian.
I've seen what your veteran presence has brought to this team as far as in the locker room and even on the bench, and you've talked about your basketball career coming to an end as far as playing. Do you see yourself picking that up maybe in the coaching realms?
Hell no.
End of the interview.
Yeah.